Ground 8 is a section within the Housing Act 1988 used by landlords in England and Wales. It allows them to repossess their properties under specific circumstances. These include situations where tenants have substantial rent arrears or have caused significant damage to the property. When a landlord applies for a possession order under Ground 8, the court will assess the case based on the evidence presented. If the court grants a possession order, it doesn't mean immediate eviction. The order usually includes a date by which the tenant must vacate the property. This date is typically set for 14 days after the order is made. This gives tenants a short window to prepare to leave the property. However, the 42-day rule can come into play and impact this timeline. The 42-day rule offers a layer of protection for tenants facing eviction. It's crucial to understand how this rule works and the circumstances under which a judge can use their discretion to extend the possession date. This essay will delve into the intricacies of the 42-day rule, define exceptional hardship, and examine landmark cases that have shaped its application. The 42-day rule is a safeguard built into the eviction process in England and Wales. It prevents landlords from enforcing a possession order if certain conditions are met. This rule dictates that if the court order doesn't explicitly state that it's made under Ground 8, the landlord cannot evict the tenant within 42 days of the order. This rule exists to protect tenants from being unfairly or hastily removed from their homes. It provides a buffer period, allowing them to seek legal advice, negotiate with the landlord, or make alternative living arrangements. The 42-day rule ensures that tenants have adequate time to understand their rights and explore all available options before facing eviction. However, there's an important caveat. If the court specifically identifies the possession order as being made under Ground 8, the 42-day rule does not apply. In these cases, the eviction can proceed as scheduled by the court, typically within 14 days. The specific application of the 42-day rule highlights the need for tenants to carefully review any possession order issued against them. Even when a possession order falls under Ground 8, the court has the authority to postpone the eviction date. This happens in cases of exceptional hardship, a legal term that carries significant weight in eviction proceedings. The court recognizes that certain circumstances might render an immediate eviction particularly severe or detrimental to the tenant. Exceptional hardship goes beyond the usual difficulties associated with moving. It implies a situation where the tenant would face extreme and unusual consequences if forced to vacate the property within the standard time frame. The court will consider the individual circumstances of each case when evaluating claims of exceptional hardship. The burden of proving exceptional hardship lies with the tenant. This requires presenting compelling evidence to demonstrate the severity of their situation. The court will then weigh the tenant's hardship against the landlord's right to possession, making a judgment based on the specific facts of the case. Section 4, Disability and Dependence, Common Exceptional Hardship Pleas. Disability and the presence of dependence are among the most common arguments presented in exceptional hardship cases. A disability that limits a person's mobility or requires specialized housing adaptations can make finding suitable alternative accommodation extremely challenging. The court will carefully consider the impact of eviction on the tenant's health and well-being in such cases. Similarly, the presence of dependents, especially children or elderly family members, adds another layer of complexity. Evicting a family with young children or a tenant caring for an elderly parent can have far-reaching consequences. The court will factor in the potential disruption to the dependents' lives and the availability of suitable alternative housing that can accommodate their needs. It's important to understand that merely having a disability or dependence doesn't automatically guarantee an extension. The court needs to be convinced that the hardship faced is truly exceptional and goes beyond the usual difficulties associated with moving. Providing strong evidence and legal representation can significantly impact the outcome of such cases. Section 5. The Diab v. Countrywide Rentals case, a landmark ruling. The Diab v. Countrywide Rentals case, decided by the Court of Appeal, holds particular significance in clarifying the application of the 42-day rule. In this case, the court ruled that a warrant suspending a possession order cannot be executed if the original order doesn't explicitly state that it's made under Ground 8. This ruling reinforces the importance of clear and unambiguous language in possession orders. It emphasizes that landlords and their legal representatives must follow strict procedures to ensure that eviction notices comply with legal requirements. The Diab v. Countrywide Rentals case serves as a reminder that the courts will scrutinize eviction proceedings to protect tenants' rights. This landmark case highlights the significance of seeking legal advice if facing eviction. A solicitor specializing in housing law can review the possession order, identify any procedural errors, and advise tenants on the best course of action. Understanding the intricacies of eviction law, as highlighted in the Diab case, can make a substantial difference in protecting tenants' rights. Section 6 Conclusion: Protecting Tenants' Rights. The 42-day rule, the concept of exceptional hardship, and landmark cases like Diab v. Countrywide Rentals all contribute to a framework that seeks to protect tenants' rights during eviction proceedings. While landlords have a right to repossess their properties under certain circumstances, the law recognizes the need for a balanced approach that considers the tenant's situation. Understanding these rules is crucial for tenants facing eviction. Seeking legal advice early in the process can help tenants understand their rights, explore potential defenses, and ensure that landlords follow the correct legal procedures. The law provides safeguards to prevent unfair or hasty evictions, and being aware of these safeguards can empower tenants to navigate challenging situations. The complexities of eviction law highlight the importance of access to legal advice and representation. Organizations like Citizens Advice and Shelter offer guidance and support to tenants facing eviction, helping them understand their rights and navigate the legal system. These resources play a vital role in ensuring that tenants are not unfairly disadvantaged during eviction proceedings.